What's going on, YouTube? Welcome in. Today we got a beautiful build for you. And I say beautiful, today is absolutely pure. And not just pure in terms of all white, non-RGB. We also have the pure 7900 GRE coming in. It's the first time building this GPU. We've seen it before. We've done other variants of the pure Sapphire card, but we have the 7900 GRE, which is really one of the best values in terms of gaming performance for 1440p and 4K coming out of AMD's lineup. It's an absolutely killer system. We're starting off with a 1700X3D. We're putting it all on the beautiful B650 AORUS Elite AX ice board. That's all white out. The PCB is white. It's a white gray. We'll look at it a little more in depth. We've got the beautiful Lian Galahad Trinity 2 performance cooler coming in here in all white with the beautiful P28 fans on top that are mounted to the rad. It looks absolutely killer. We have 32 gigs of silicon power Zenith, which is a really slim, low profile, all white, non-RGB 36,000 CL30 RAM as well, which is perfect for those timings to go with that 700X3D and push those really high frame rates that we want. We got a 2 terabyte NVMe drive coming in with the KC3000. We have an 850 watt ATX 3.0 power supply that's all white as well, coming in from Deepcool. And we're putting all in the absolutely stunning and beautiful Antec P1 performance, which you're going to see here in just a few minutes. This is an absolutely killer system. Around $2,100, I can push the 1440p and the 4K resolutions with ease, absolute ease. Let us know what you think below down in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button to help us with the algorithm. Make sure to hit the subscribe button as well if you want to see more of these beautiful PCs that we're building live, like we are right now, over our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 10 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see you soon. Maybe about an hour-ish, hour and 10 maybe build today. I don't even know if it'll be that long. It'll be a shorter build today. Luckily, without all that RGB, all we have to do is get everything in and mounted. But it's gonna look absolutely killer. So let's get started right away. Look at that PCB, chat, that all white. And I say it's white, but it's almost got this kind of gray hue to it, like I mentioned, and kind of hinted at earlier. It's still really beautiful, don't get me wrong. The 2 terabyte NVMe drive is going down and in. The Kingston KC3000, again, you guys, we see it all the time. This is one of our top drives that we use here at Stintsville. It's rock solid. It's hard to beat for the price. Super fast. It compares with like a Samsung 990, but a better, more budget-friendly price point and a better warranty, in my opinion. We've had to do warranty before with Samsung. It's not bad, but Kingston is just like, yep, send you a new one. We're like, okay. Kind of looks steel. It's like a steel white. Yeah, it's like a steel white color. It's aluminum and white, a little bit of like a white gray. But I will say it looks good in having black. If you're going for that white purist kind of look, looks really good. Let's get the 700X3 down on the socket. Let's take a look. No bent pins. I had a weird shadow. I was like, was that a bent pin? No, it's not. It's just a shadow. All right. Always double check. Right. Drop this bad boy down and in. Again, 700X3D. My favorite CPU on the market right now. There it is. Next will be our standoffs for the cooler. Again, today we have the Lian Galahad 2 Trinity performance. That is a mouthful to say. We got our standoffs. Sometimes the Trinity either uses a proprietary AMD standoff or it uses the factory clips. So we'll see how this one is. It's crazy how they did that, but that is Lian for you. But today, this one is going to utilize our AMD bracket. Okay, so we have the new AMD bracket, which is good to see. All right, see everything here off the motherboard. More factory clips. I do like that Gigabyte gives you white ones as well in the ice. Nice to see that. Get these standoffs in place. We get our RAM in, and then we'll get our case out, which the case today looks absolutely stunning. This system's gonna look beautiful. I'm not gonna say pure again, Smitty. It's gonna look beautiful. Let's get our RAM in. Get our RAM down and in. First stick going in, 6,000 CL30. 6,000 CL30, let me double check in the RAM die. There we go. 32 gigs today. Beautiful white, pure RAM. There we go, it's all in. B650 AORUS Elite AX ice board today. 700X3 down the socket. We've got our 2 terabyte KC3000 drive down here in our primary gen slot 1. We have our standoffs in place for the Galahad 2 Trinity. And then we have 32 gigs of 6,000 CL30 RAM coming in from Silicon and the X-Power Zenith, which is really nice, white, pure RAM. Non-RGB, so look really nice. Let's set this aside, let's get our case out. This is what everybody's waiting to see. They put it as a mid-tower, they classify it as a full tower. I would still say it's a larger mid-tower case. This kind of competes against the Torrent. It's got some weight though. Oh, it's got a glass back panel, I didn't know that. Dual-sided glass, I forgot about that in this case. That is the beautiful Performance 1. Full tower from Antec. That's nice. You're a little closer up, you can see it. There we go. It's big, but not too big. I mean, look at the back. It's so nice the back is. Every time I build in this case, I remember why it's so nice. High cable management, Now that we have a ton of cables, you got pass-throughs here that are covered for your cable management on the bottom as well, which you can't even see my hands. But it's got pass-throughs. You can mount fans on the bottom. You can mount 1, 2, 3 white 120 millimeter fans if you really wanted to on the bottom for more airflow. But you have 3 140s in the back and then a 120 rear exhaust fan. And then you have a 360 top mount. So this case is killer. I don't like how they mount this rear fan. We have to fix this. They have the cable here. The only thing I can think is if they want you to put it right here to the motherboard, but then you have all these cables kind of just sitting here, which I don't like. So we'll take care of that here in a minute. Panel just pops off like that too. So I'll show you all the cables. Oh, and they give you whites. Oh, give you all white cables. Antec, hello. Oh, they give you all white cables. Again, this is what I was talking about, the pass-throughs. I love that they have pass-throughs. And the pass-throughs they give you are actually really good for cables. It hides the cables. Some have really weird like designs. These are meant for actually like hiding a lot of you don't see through. The white cables is a nice touch. This is the only thing I don't like. Why would you put the fan cable down here factory? So I'll have to rotate the fan. Not a big thing. I mean, they give you really high-end performance fans. These are PWM fans they include that are very, very, very good for the price. Now that we got these cables up and around, that's what I was working on, we'll go there. Let's get this top down. We're gonna get this motherboard in. We're gonna work on that next. And down and in we go. There we go. Oh my, they give you everything you need here. White zip ties, a 3-to-1 header for your front fans, which is really nice to have, which we will utilize. We have all the fans. These are the access to even more standoffs, zip ties, twist ties, everything in white. So they give you a nice, really nice box. This is honestly competing with Landcool. Manuals here. You've got even all your spare parts, your screws. They give you the screws that we didn't have with Zalman for your bottom fans. They gave you the screws for those. Everything's in silver, which I like to see. Trav's gonna have like a pure counter in the bottom, probably right here. He's gonna have to do. Since it said pure this many times in the stream, pure, 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 pure. That's something that, like this goes good with the case and the front silver. So it's a really good mix there. I mean, that looks slick. That looks chef's kiss. So we're working on our fans, then we'll go on our power supply. We're going to front panel connections. First is going to be, we have USB-C, we have HD audio, we have front panel connections, Type-C. Put our Type-C in first. Nice that the Type-C is kind of hidden, hides that fan cable. Fan cable is kind of eh. Our USB 3 is down here. I wish the board they would have put those white, where all of your USB headers would be. But again, it is what it is. More panels in, USB, which is going to be for the front panel. So the great thing about this case is it has a little front panel loadout for like temperatures and things like that. You'll be able to see it on the front, reads it from your motherboard via USB. And last but not least is going to be our HD audio. Once we have these done, we're going to move on to our power supply. We have a Deepcool 850, which is plenty of power for today's system. It's also an ATX 3.0, so if the customer ever wants to upgrade GPUs down the line, let's say an NVIDIA card, they can. Obviously, this AMD card we're using today is plenty of power. Plenty of power. There we go. There's our beautiful PX 850G. All right, let's get our cables. We have the white GPU. We have our white tester, extra things like that. And I'll go into the motherboard box. The cables we'll need today. A 12-volt high power we do not need. That to the side. We'll need our EPS 1, 24-pin main, EPS 2, PCIe 1, PCIe 2. We will need one SATA. We're going to put it right here. There we go. All these other cables will go into the motherboard box. The great thing about this case is they're like a fractal-ish rear mounting plate, so it slides into the back, which is really good. That's what I was doing the cable management already. All right, these are in. So we're going to our cables. There's our power supply. Lots of cables today. Nice white cable today. Go the whole white pure aesthetic for today's build. First is going to be our EPS for our CPU. There we go. Up and in. Our 24-pin main motherboard. Which are going to go up and in. Let's get this in here. We're moving on to our cooler. Our GPU cables are out. There we go. All right. Let's start working on our top mount. All right. Today's cooler is the Performance Galahad. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful system today. There's a beautiful, nice, white, powerful P28 fans up top. I'll give you the rear cable management view as we get ready to mount this. Give me a second, chat. I'm gonna hydrate too. All right, there we go. Bracket's good to go. We're gonna work on getting this pump mounted. Before that, we're actually gonna go top down really quick and put the thermal paste on. Get ready to mount this cooler.
I mentioned earlier, this is the only thing that has RGB is really this and a little bit on the GPU. But the GPU we're going to turn off. This one we're going to set to white and L-Connect and set permanently. So I'm not going to be hooking up any RGB sync cables. We're not doing really RGB build. This cooler looks great on this board in this case. The colors match perfectly. Right, up and in we're going to go. The great part about this case is there's plenty of room to get everything mounted nicely. All right, chat, we're almost done. We literally just have to put the rest of these screws in here in the rad, run the CPU cable, and then run the SATA cable for the power, for the GPU, or for the pump, and the USB for the L-Connect, and then we're on to the GPU. So we need like 3 or 4 more minutes. The GPU's coming out. We're booting up probably here in about 5 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna go to the GPU, or the last of the USB. For Lian the Galahad. All right, fans done. There we go. All right, I'll show you the back really quick while I get the GPU out. Cable management looking pretty solid, pretty clean. All right, well, again, most of that will be hidden by obviously the panels too. So we did a pretty good job. Next is gonna be the GPU. Again, say 7900 GRE. GRE Pure from Sapphire. Absolutely beautiful card. There it is, chat. There's a beautiful white card to go with it today. We get our 2 PCIe slots undone that we need here. There we go, there's one. There we go. All right, this card in, chat. Here we go. The Thunkus from the Chungus. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All in. All right, let's get these 2 PCIe cables in. There's 1 and 2. There's 1, 2. We just move this around.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come on over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.